President Rodrigo Duterte ends his administration's 6-month-old ceasefire with the New People's Army Friday. The order takes effect Friday evening.
I lost about 6 and 1 officer. Pati dito, I have to visit the family after here. Kaya kagabi I decided, I called General Anyo and said, nilift ko yung ceasefire tonight. Wala nang ceasefire.
This after the NPA announced its ceasefire would be lifted February 10. Duterte's decision goes against the advice of his peace panel.
Ayaw ko magpatayan. Pero kung ganun lang naman, na masundalan ko, pinagpapatay, resume tayo anytime. So I really would like to express my sadness. We cannot have a peaceful generation. There will always be a fight, but let it not be said that I did not try.
Duterte says he had walked the extra mile for peace. Clashes between the military and the NPA erupted in the past 2 weeks, with both groups accusing each other of ceasefire abuses. The Communist New People's Army says it has taken 5 soldiers prisoners of war, shortly after President Rodrigo Duterte announced he'll lift the government's ceasefire with the NPA. The NPA says it carried out at least 20 military offensives across the country over the past 5 days in response to military operations against them. The armed group calls on Duterte to order the military to pull out of more than 500 villages before the NPA's termination of its unilateral ceasefire takes effect on February 10. The NPA says this move and the release of all political prisoners may preempt the complete termination of the unilateral ceasefire. The Anti-GRAFT Court Sandiganbayan orders the Bureau of Immigration to prevent former National Police Chief Alan Purisima and Special Action Force Head Napeñas from leaving the country. Purisima and Napeñas are facing criminal charges for their involvement in the botched 2015 Mamasapano operation that killed 67 people, including 44 elite cops. Purisima, Napeñas, and former President Benigno Aquino also face homicide complaints filed by families of slain SAF troopers. The complaint is under preliminary investigation by the Ombudsman. The number of workers injured from the fire that hit the House Technology Industries building at the Cavite Export Processing Zone climbs to 126, 6 of them in critical condition. Cavite Governor CRISPIN REMULLA on Friday says only 3 workers are unaccounted for, down from 20 the night before. Remulla also corrects an early advisory about a fatality, saying the person who died in a hospital wasn't a fire victim. Bureau of Fire Protection Chief Bobby Baruello says initial findings show the cause of fire to be mechanical. The HTI building houses combustible materials that caused fire to quickly spread. The cost of damage is estimated at 12 to 15 billion pesos. Uber Chief Executive Travis Kalanick on Thursday quits U.S. President Donald Trump's Business Advisory Group after calls to dump the ride-sharing service grew because of the collaboration. In an email to Uber employees, Kalanick says joining the advisory group wasn't meant to be an endorsement of Trump and his policies. Kalanick adds he spoke with Trump about the U.S. president's controversial immigration ban and told him he wouldn't be joining the advisory group anymore. The group was established last year and includes Tesla and SpaceX chief Elon Musk. Outraged Uber riders and drivers slammed Kalanick and the services for what they saw as him teaming with Trump. A Delete Uber campaign on social media urged people to dump Uber and switch to rival Lyft. Trump last week signed an executive order banning travelers and refugees from 7 Muslim-majority countries from entering the U.S. The ban triggered protests worldwide.